Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, so it's much later. Somebody ate too fast and has the hiccups over there. That's a chicken making that wonderful noise. You birds have got to get out of this office because you're pooping on everything. You're gross. You're gross. Oh, Mama. How are you this morning? Huh? Are you good? Are you good? She's limping a little bit. When I'm done, I'm going to look at her feet and see what's going on. What's going on? Right, Mama? What's your ear? What's in your ear? Oh, you just rubbed the hair off. I probably just need to clean out her hoof. When they start to they'll roll. So imagine if you had a really long fingernail and they start to roll together, the sides. So that's what will happen with their feet. And because they're on soft bedding, it's more pronounced. So sometimes, even though I just trimmed her, sometimes a piece of corn will get up in there and it'll hurt when she steps on it. And then I just have to go in there and fix that little, pull up, pick her feet like she's a horse. And that should be fine. Oh, they don't need any milk today. I just don't feel like getting up and finding another milk bottle. So I need to get hay. Desperately need hay. And we're just waiting for the rain to stop so I can run down the road and go pick up a big bale of hay. So I need to downsize my herd so I don't have this issue with hay. It's not the goats so much as the horses. I'm a little out this morning because I watched part of King Charles's coronation. An awful lot of pageantry in it and a lot of Hubaloo. I never thought that word really came from Hubaloo. Hubaloo. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll put it in my notes if I look it up. If I remember to look it up. So I was driving home yesterday and I saw there was a whole bunch of horsetail coming out alongside of the road over there. And I was like, oh, I need to go get that. Because I am out of horsetail. It's really good for a tea. It's got silica in it, which is a cell. It helps you repair your cells. It's good for really good for your skin. And I'm thinking that I would take it and I will mix it with basil and make a type of pesto to put on toast and stuff. It'll also help with my tendinitis. Wow, I've just got my allergies are in full swing. I should have stopped at the store yesterday to pick up some more allergy pills. So I went to pick up my tree order from the conservation district. And if your conservation district does a sale on trees and stuff, it's actually a really good idea to try and buy through there because they do tend to get stuff that's native to your area that will continue to grow. I should take these out so I'm not yelling at you. That will continue to grow and you don't have to worry too much. Well, this year, the door didn't open up to where your order form was. It opened up to where the excess stuff was. So I, of course, walked through the excess stuff. Excess sauce, yeah. Are you two in the video? The baby chicks are right next to my phone. What are you two doing? Are you trying to steal the show? What, are you just proud that you can get up that high? Are you going to peck at the camera? Well, I think maybe. Surprised it doesn't pick him up. They're really, oh, there we go. Hey, stop. Stop pecking. You guys need to get down. So I was going through the conservation extras, and they had elderberries, which I bought and I planted next to our creek, thinking it would look pretty there, and the slugs just demolished them. I planted some the year before, and the neighbor ran them over with his tractor, even though I told him not to. It's a whole different story. Ladies, or gentlemen and ladies, or gentlemen, whichever your sex is, you need to get off there. Hey, you need to get off. Move your butts. Get down. You cannot roost there. Go on. Go on. Go. 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 You can roost behind. Don't you go in front of that camera. This is not the Chickie Show. The other one. Bonnie, be nice. You be nice. You be nice. She's the only chicken that bites. Don't burp me. Hey, Chickie. Now the little one will probably jump up here because, oh, no, there it is. That was its wing. I just pulled the camera to the front of the chair, the tripod. Anyway, so I went through the extras and there was a bunch of people there looking at all the extras. I was really looking for a weeping willow. I really want one. When I was a little girl, the neighbors behind us had this beautiful weeping willow tree. It was gorgeous, huge. And I just loved it. Loved that tree. So I've always wanted one. I think it would look beautiful next to like a pond or a lake. Really? You don't think so, Clyde? Oh, he hears the turkeys outside gobbling. Remember, he doesn't belong one. Hey, are you hungry? Anyway, so I went in and I'm like, oh, you have a different peach tree this year. And he's like, yeah, this one's different. It's supposed to be for people were upset with last year's. They didn't do well. I had a lot of complaints. And I'm like, well, I wrapped mine in black burlap for the winter, so we'll see if it helped it at all. So they had a different type of peach tree. Like, cool. So I'll get one of those. And then I'll grab 2 elderberries. She's like, okay, now you can go pick up your order. So I went around to the order slip and she hands me my order form. I had just rebought 3 of the things that I already bought. I had ordered the elderberry trees, the little shrubs. I had ordered the same peach tree. I had ordered an apple tree. I had ordered 10 hazelnuts, 10 cranberry, and 25 black spruce. This is on top of the other apple tree I picked up. The cherry tree I didn't plant last summer. The climbing rose bush I didn't plant last summer. And the 500 Norway spruce that are coming in September. So I foresee a lot of digging. Oh, and then I had rhubarb show up that I'd ordered. But I just keep planting and planting and planting. So we'll see. I know last year I had 4 peach trees and only 2 survived. One of them almost looks like it got leaf blight, which it shouldn't have. So the leaves like curl up. And if these 2 don't take, and the other ones don't take, I'm just going to go ahead and order it from that company in Maine. What? What are you doing, Clyde? Why do I feel like you're up to no good today? Of course, we're not fishing because it's raining. Did you stop? Leave the chicken alone. Clyde, leave her alone. Don't be picking a fight with the goat. Bossy bugger. Bossy bugger. So, I did a computer safety unit for the kids at the schools because it's really important. if I'm going to start putting them on computers that we do, the computer safety. And I'm going to be, it's one of the first units we're going to do. Kindergarten, one of the very first things we're going to do is something about picking your nose and growing boogers, germs in a petri dish. Because once I gave them that lesson, the nose picking and eating went way down. Which is unfortunate. We think that's gross because all kids do it. So it makes me wonder if there's something in it. I don't know. Do you think maybe it helps our... I don't know. But it just seems weird that it's something all kids do. So is it because we lack something in our food? Is it... I mean, because all kids don't like pick their fingernails and eat it. We don't eat the lint out of our belly buttons. We don't peel off dead skin and eat it, unless you're a tweaker. I just wonder if there's something to it. Clyde, if you pick on those babies, I swear, I'll have turkey dumplings or chicken dumpling soup tomorrow. Don't you call at me. I'm talking to you, mister. Don't do it. Behave. That's better. Not you. Not you. You're fine. You're standing up here pretty good. Still have to check your foot. But anyway, so I didn't want the kids to be scared of computers, but I did want them to be serious about it. And so, would you stop? Stop it. And so I made up a name, Bad Billy Bob. And then it was, Bad Billy Bob real? I said, no, he's not. His name is Bad Billy Bob. So you know he's a bad guy. I go, but there are people kind of like Bad Billy Bob. We just have to be careful. And I tell him that, you know, the internet is like a chainsaw. It's a great tool. It's got great purpose. However, it can be very dangerous. So I brought the chicks in yesterday to complete the life cycle. So I brought in these two yahoos who are 5 weeks old. Not 5 weeks old. And then we had the chicks that just hatched Wednesday and Thursday. So they got to see more of, I didn't bring in a full grown one. I wasn't bringing Clyde in. He's the only naked neck I got. So I brought in the chicks into the classroom. And two of the classes were like, are they boys or girls? I'm like, well, we won't know until they get bigger. We don't know if they're hens or roosters. And they were like, you have to name a rooster Bad Billy Bob. You have to have a rooster named Bad Billy Bob. So I suppose if I keep a rooster, I'm going to have one named Bad Billy Bob. And that's why he'll be named Bad Billy Bob. So there's a grant program for STEM where you can get some money for your classroom. And it's a substantial amount, it's $5,000. I was thinking about applying it. And I had them take some pictures yesterday because the teachers were all taking pictures of the... Really, Clyde? It's not my fault. Hey! Dag nabbit! You know I don't like that when you do that. That's bad. Bad, bad Billy Goat. Trouble. That does not make me happy at all. You spilled some milk. That is why you always see me stopping and dumping when it's not full. Have you ever wondered why I don't just keep going until it's full and she's empty and I keep stopping? That's exactly why. Because this time, it's just a little bit of milk. No, you don't get to drink it. Are you done? Done enough, I guess. Oh, Aunt seeing. No. I need to look at that foot. So let me pull this out a little bit. Look at your foot. She's like, no, that means you're looking at my foot. See what we got going on here. See what we got going on your foot. Yes, let's see what's going on. This was one you didn't notice that. Let me look at it. It can still take a lot off that. think I'm going to be able to get it with these clippers though. The hoods are so dang hard. What are you chewing on me? And sharp. They're just as sharp as could be. I don't know why they make them so damn sharp. I see ya. I see ya. What do you think? I feel a little bit better. Yeah, they're like needle sharp. I don't know if you can see how sharp they are. Needle sharp. We do that every day. Before you know it, your feet will be like, ta-da! Fancy pants. Yeah? I think that other one's a lot longer, and that's why you're having an issue. But, you know, I don't have time this morning, tonight, this afternoon, when we come in. Would you like a couple of these finally? Would you like to eat the melon? You would. Is that good? Mm-hmm. It is? I don't want to give you too much. It'll give you the runs. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. I got some cucumbers that were getting ready to go bad. So, of course, the goats eat them. I know people who are like, they'll see me at work, they go, hey, I bought some, I got some oranges and I can't use them all. Do you want them? I have some cucumbers. I have some little pumpkins. Can you use them for your animals? I'm like, yeah, I'll take all that stuff and put them through my little composting function here. You coming down? Yep. We have to go. We have to go get your sister. It's her turn. Come on, Mom. Come on, I'll put some in your stock. Come on. I'll give you a little bit more melon. Hey, no, that's chick food. You medicated that. It's not good for you. Get out. Come on, get out. You bad girl. Bad Billy Goat. Were you messing with my camera, chicken looking? Chicken little? Or were you entertaining the people while I was gone? Is that your job now? Like my co-host? Oh my, we're all so loud out there. Shh. Babies are mad because I didn't feed them first today. Baby goats. So they're screaming at me that they didn't get fed first. Your sissy stepped in the bucket. Did I clean it out? I did not clean it out. Where did I put it? Right here. Gotta clean it. That would be gross. Oh, I need a dawn in here. Rub it up a little bit. I'm so glad I have water in here. Wish I had hot water. But it will. It's just a matter of time. Just a little. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'd like to have a little orchard that I could like charge people to come and pick things from. Do not chase that chicken. The cage they were in yesterday is still in here. It's just a wire dog crate, cat crate. More like for a dog because it doesn't have the plastic top on it. It's wide open. I bought it for my little dog Phoebe when she had her puppies. So I could take them to the vet to get their shots and their dew claws done. And chicken! She's just going to stand right in front of there and like, right in front of the door. You can't get out. But the kids loved seeing the chickens. They were actually more interested in the big ones than they were the baby chicks. Can we hold them? I'm like, well, no. Because there's over 200 of you, and that's too much. One of them ended up dying. I was a little worried about it when I took it out of the incubator. I should have left that one in the incubator. I have one with a wonky leg. It looks like it may have dislocated it somehow. I don't know. Can't really set a chicken's leg, okay? At this point, I've gotten very, sturdy only. Because that's what farmers used to do. They didn't have all these hybrid animals that can't reproduce without, excessive help. Example, bulldogs. Love bulldogs. However, they've bred them so their heads are so big, the mothers have to have C-sections. That's why they're so expensive. And it's kind of a little ridiculous to have an animal that can't reproduce without surgical help. But, so my first kid was an emergency C-section because the cord was wrapped around his neck. Which is weird because that was my son, and then one of his sons had the cord wrapped around his neck, and his mom had to have an emergency C-section. One of the twins was born normal, and then she had to have an emergency C-section on the other one. I just thought that was weird that both my son and then my grandson had the same thing. But anyway. So afterwards, when I got pregnant with my daughter 6 years later, I had what was called a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after a cesarean. And I had it down at Texas, and they did things a little bit differently than they did in Washington. I was able to go in and donate my own blood in case I had to have an emergency surgery. And the only thing that was bad about that was that I wasn't allowed to donate it when after I had the baby. I was like, well, can you just put my blood in the blood bank? And they were like, they couldn't. And I don't know whether it's because it was stored differently or... Anyway, I thought that was a really good idea that you could bank your own blood. You know, in case you needed something. But yeah, I had both girls were born natural. And then when I went back to the Washington 10 years later, so my kids are like, the first two are 6 years apart, and then the next one was 10 years later. And no, she wasn't an oopsie. I just was not ready for an empty nest. And I would have had a dozen kids if we would have had the money. But then I'm a teacher, so I love kids. But they were like, you can't have a normal birth after a C-section. It's not possible. Like, but I already did it. Oh, your uterus will split in half. It didn't at 6 years after my C-section, and now it's been 16 years. I'm pretty sure that scar is set. It's not going to rip along that scar. That scar's pretty solidly, you know, stuck together, let me tell you. And it was, I fought and fought and fought. I just wouldn't sign for them to do it. But then, when I had my C-section, when I was signing the paperwork for going in to have my, and they were like, well, if you have a C-section, we take your appendix out. I said, but my appendix isn't bothering me. Well, it's just what we do. We just take it out because we're already in there. And so they did. I lost my appendix when I was young, right when I had my first kid. They would never do that today. Oh, because I got to charge the insurance company a total extra cost for, you know, that's a totally different surgery. Why would we? That'd be like getting a freebie. Right, Mama? They don't give out no freebies, do they? Weird times, weird times. Well, I'm glad I came out to it, because it's definitely not, it's still raining pretty hard. Bet you my dough's risen, so I can go back in and get my rolls made. I haven't brought yours, so I'm making some rolls for dinner. And no, I don't buy them at the grocery store. I don't like them from the grocery store. Try to bake all my breads and buns myself. It's just how I am. What? Did you guys drink that milk? Or did that hen that's in here with you drink it? I wonder if those were her eggs that are, no, because her hubby. So I've got two babies that are chocolate colored. Beautiful little chicks. I'd had one before, but you know, that was one of the ones that Weasel ate. And I did not get another standard cochin. Those eggs didn't hatch, Mama. No, they didn't hatch. Would you like to try a melon, finally? No, you don't like it? It's really good. Oh, is it good? Do you like it? Do you like it? Your horn is calcifying up really nicely. Oh, now you like them, huh? I gave your sissy a big handful. Would you like a big handful, Mama? Once I have babies, I just call them Mama. Is that good? Is that yummy? Yeah? Oh, Autumn, you're such a sweet goat. You are the sweetest thing on the world. We'll do some more nails tonight. Oops, now let's see if the chicks will eat it. We lost that one. One more? I mean, I have some, but I was going to give some to other people. Oh, careful. So that it's baseboard heater, so there's a little gap, about 2.5, 3 inches maybe. And if you're not careful, I'm going to put roofing strips on this so that it's not slippery for them to get up and on. Yeah, and it'll help protect the wood. So if it gets wet with milk or poop or whatever, it won't be such a big deal. All right, Mom, are you ready? Let's go. Let's go so I can get in and get my inside stuff done. I've got to separate milk and make butter today. Oh, I hate it when I leave you on. I forget you're on. You're probably entertained by these little chicks doing their little whatever they're doing. Oh, I do want to be the stars of the show, don't I? Alright, you guys have a great weekend. I will talk to you later.